Yo, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a bunch of these mixed media effects in After Effects and Adobe Premiere Pro, and how you can easily implement these into your workflow to save you time and energy. I want to be going over lots of different styles, using various different assets, some paid, some free. So just sit back, relax, learn something, and let's get into it. And make sure to check out my editing packs if you want to save your time while you're editing. I've spent the better part of a year developing these to cut your editing time in half. For this first effect, I'm going to show you how to turn your footage from looking like this to looking like this in only a couple clicks. So I'm going to drag in one of these overlays from my texture pack. All you have to do is set the blending mode to screen, and it's automatically set up for you, so it looks like this. And all you have to do is change the blending mode on that layer to screen, and it's pretty much done already. So in this one, there's about 7 different paper textures. I'm just going to duplicate this, drag this over so that it plays for the entire duration of the clip. And then you can just go ahead and pre-compose all of those layers by highlighting them like that, and then doing Control-Shift-C and move all attributes into the new composition. And that's simply just going to move it all into one layer. And then just change that blending mode again to screen. And if you don't see your blending modes here, just go down to toggle switches and modes, click that, and it'll bring that right up there. Now, the cool thing about this pack is that it's not just paper textures, but it's crayon textures, grain textures, VHS textures, paint textures, messy textures, various different paper textures. So if you want the paper effect to be a bit more intense, we can duplicate it more to get that more intense kind of mixed media look. And now to really sell this effect, what you can do is click on the main layer and then add on an effect called posterize time. And this is just going to make it stuttery, just kind of like how the frame rate of the paper texture is. So just bring down the frame rate. I think the paper texture is a bit too fast for me. So what I can do is pre-comp these layers again, change the blending mode again to screen, and then I can right click on it, go to time stretch. And then if I want it to go slower, I can just increase this number to something like 130 or 140. And just like that, we have something that looks like this. And again, we can bring this frame rate all the way down to 8, or we could even bring it down to like 4 if we want, bring it down super low. Or probably the most effective way to use this effect is you could delete posterize time and then pre-comp these two layers together, the texture layer and your main scene, with Control-Shift-C. Click OK, and then add on posterize time to that, and then set that to whatever frame rate you want, and then they'll kind of be blended together just like that, and that looks perfect just like that. And then up on the screen are different examples of what this can look like with other overlays in the pack. But yeah, there's literally like 1,000 assets in this pack, and it's like super cheap, so make sure to go check that out. So this next effect that you can do is a completely practical actual mixed media effect where you use actual paper. So you print off your scene either frame by frame, or you could print off a single freeze frame. Like in this example of this little shot of Lil Yachty, you can, for example, click on your scene and then right click, go to time, freeze frame, and it's just going to freeze that video on that single frame, basically creating a picture. And then if you want to undo that, just do Control Z and it turns it back to a video. And then you can export a screenshot from Premiere Pro or After Effects, drag that into Google Drive, and then print that off. And it doesn't need to be a colored printer or anything. You could do it in black and white if you want. Then once you print it off, you're going to want to tape this to your table, and you could use a camera or just your iPhone. I just use my phone and I take pictures almost like a stop motion movie would. Basically, I just take my X-Acto knife and I create a little scratch or an indentation or a drawing. And so this is kind of out of frame right here, but this is what I use to hook up my phone to this thing right here. And it basically is just an overhead. I have it set up like here, and then I put my phone in there, and then I'm able to just take pictures of the animation that's on my desk below. And then this is just the ring light that goes with it, which will help you out with the lighting. And then, yeah, so take a picture of it when it looks like normal, and then do a small scratch, and then take another picture, do another small scratch. And then you pretty much just do that as much as your heart desires, and then you can make some really crazy things. And I'll put another example up on the screen of a music video director called Dumb Days, who makes really cool mixed media effects. He works with a lot of crayons and like colored pencils and stuff. I think it looks really sick. So you can use that for some inspiration for some music video effects. And then I actually don't even have a printer, so what I do is I just drive to my local library and print it off for free, so I can get that nice crispy color. Or you don't even need color, you could use a black and white printer and it would still look cool. Or you could invest in a printer for like $100, but I don't really use printers and do mixed media effects all that often practically, which is why I use the MXM plugin, which is this next effect here, smooth transition. So all you have to do is click the layer that you want and then click fetch comps with the MXM plugin, select the layer. So this is comp 1 right here, click launch, and then within one click, as you see, you're going to get this mixed media effect. And then just like how we were messing with posterize time with my texture pack, what you can do is click posterize on right here, and then you can select the posterize rate that you want at 8 SPF, 12 FPS, 15 SPF, etc. You can turn on scan, you can turn on or off damage. I like to turn on damage because it just gives that extra kind of grunge. As you can see there, that's what it looks like with it off. When you turn that on, it brings back those grungy, you know, scratches and marks and whatnot. And then you can select different looks. So there's this one, this one, this one, that one, that one, this one, and that one. So yeah, you just pick whichever one you like the best, and then you can adjust the look. So if you turn it down, you kind of bring back some of that color. It kind of brings down the intensity. But if you turn the look up, it just makes it look more papery, more grungy, more faded, less color. I mean, it looks like it was scanned back into the computer off of paper. So, you know, it looks super sick. You can turn on or off flicker. I like to leave on shake and flicker. Just because of that shake effect, it kind of just gives the impression that it is kind of almost stop motion, the way that it's kind of like shaking around and stuttering about, you know what I mean? Now, if you go up to source, you can change the different overlays. So this is kind of like a black grainy paper texture. This is just like a brown paper texture, or maybe like cardboard or something, which is just a bit more faded, almost like a blue tinge to it. And then two more black grain ones. I like this last one. You could take on or off some paint or some cuts, which I kind of like the idea of that, just because, you know, if a bunch of people use this extension, it might become very easily recognizable. And then you see it in a bunch of music videos and you're like, oh, well, that guy's using the MXM extension. Well, maybe no, you could just turn off the cuts, the paint, the marks, the mosaic, whatever, and make literally unlimited different looks, styles. So yeah, this is really cool. This is done by Fred Pele. I highly recommend this plugin. I've used it in a music video, and I think it just saves you a lot of time, a lot of effort, and overall it's just like a good effect. So I'll leave that link down in the description. And if you want $5 off, make sure to use code JAMO, or I think it is whatever is up on the screen is what it is. So for this next effect, these are some different paint animation effects. So this is from my paint animation pack on my website. So all you have to do is drag and drop this into your scene, and they're transparent backgrounds. You don't have to do anything. So all you have to do is drag and drop this into your scene, and it's already animated for you, saves you lots of time, and there's tons of unique looks with the hundreds of different animations in here. So this can create some cool outlines, some cool scribbles, some cool face animations, and then there's also an alphabet, cool different object animations, and I used those letters in the alphabet to create this effect here in combination with the MXM extension or the lyrics of the music video, and I think that looks super hard. And I went into some more detail on how to use those effects in this video up here, where I went over how to edit a music video from start to finish. There's tons of value in that video, so I recommend you go check that out as well. So if you guys like those, you know, make sure to check out the full packs, and you can really create tons of looks with this. So this next effect is from the drawing animation pack, which is a different pack. And I know this feels really promo-y, but don't worry, I have a bunch of free sample packs to the full packs on my site. These drawing animations function very similarly to how the paint animations work. You pretty much just drag these in, they're already automatically animated for you, and you can create some really cool freeze frame effects with these. And then the key to using these line animations is using the puppet tool, which is this right here, and all you have to do is click throughout the asset. It can be a picture, a video layer, and you can use the puppet tool to kind of drag it around and manipulate it however you want to. And if you guys use this code on the screen, you can get $10 off of the mixed media bundle that's on my site. It already has a crazy discount on there, but now it's discounted even more with the $10 off. And if you guys want any like extra discounts or anything, just like send me a DM. This dude DM'd me the other day. He was just asking me like, yo, you think I can get a discount? Like, I'm a college student. I'd really like a discount on your site. And I was like, sure, I got you, bro. I gave him like an extra discount. So I think he used like 3 discounts at checkout to buy the complete editors bundle on my site. But yeah, you never know. If you just like reach out to me, just like send me a DM, you know, I might just slide you a discount. If you guys are struggling or anything, I got you. That's why I also have a bunch of free packs on my site because like I know, you know, you want the sauce, but sometimes you don't got the money for it. I understand. So send me a DM or maybe comment, you know, just let me know. All the assets used in this video are going to be linked in the description. Make sure to check out my website where I sell these editing assets for you guys. It really helps me push out as many tutorials as I possibly can at high quality. That's about it, guys. See ya.